My name is Tony Parker. Thank you for joining this first workshop for using EFT and the law of attraction for maximum sales and marketing performance. Okay. I think it's going to be really exciting. Just a couple of suggestions. Definitely, I think we should document everybody. I'll be documenting you guys, but I want you all to document your own stuff, your own progress. Definitely keep a journal. Okay. You're going to use a journal for both documenting your kind of business or financial or sales success, as well as, anytime you get some kind of EFT sticking point or shitty committee or family vow or some kind of thing that you want to tap on, obviously you want to write it down so that we can tap on it either in our one-on-one sessions or in our groups. Each one of you guys is going to get a 1-hour coaching session every month, okay? So that's another thing. You want to get in touch with me. We work out a schedule when you can, when you're free to have a coaching session, okay? What we're going to be working on is our goals, goal setting, any kind of quota or weekly accountability, all right? Any kind of emotional, spiritual, psychological goals, as well as the, shall we say, dollars and cents sales goals, okay? And, just basically we're going to be installing some very powerful EFT healing scripts. Now, I think everybody I know I've done it with Paul and Justin, and I think I did it with Daniel. Daniel, we did the healing scripts?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so I think it's probably Joel I have to install those with you, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so that's probably where we got to go with that. So Joel will be doing that. Paul and I have been experimenting with some what we call trigger scripts, which are also things that you can use in the moment to give EFT even added power to get through any sticking points you may encounter in the day, and that will be soon to be revealed coming out of the Skunk Works. Okay, and so we're going to be at the bleeding edge of this kind of healing technology. And there's going to be some powerful stuff. We'll also be doing chakra work. If any of you guys were on the intensive, remember, I guess it was last year, we did that 30-day intensive. We're going to be using a bit of the material on that. Also, I will be recording the weekly sessions, okay? And I suggest, and I think some of you guys are already doing this, I will be providing recordings. Sometimes the recordings come out really garbled. Sometimes they work very well. It's just the limitations of the technology. But I know some of you guys already record sessions, so you have something to tap on, between sessions with me. So there you go. We will be recording this stuff. I'll have a download site, and then, if you miss anything, you can download it or whatever. So there we go. That's kind of just some of the administrative stuff. I guess what we can do is we just start off with a check-in on kind of what you think you want to achieve, any kind of goals, gotchas, what you want to get out of this workshop, okay? And also, any other aspects that you want to bring up. But basically about what goals, what you want to get out of this workshop, and what your expectations are. And so who would like to check in first? Go ahead, please.
Hey, Tony, I'll check in.
Go ahead.
What I was just thinking about this today. I want to work on improving relaxation under fire, reduction in fear, reducing and being able to resolve fearful issues. And I also want to work on sustained motivation, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's what I'm saying, but sustained motivation.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. And then obvious kind of dollars and cents goals as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. But for me, working on that, the dollars and cents will come, because I've seen that in the past 18 months, 2 years. That when I work on that stuff, the dollars and cents just flow. setting goals, and I can always tweak on how I do goals and whatnot. But
Okay.
setting goals and whatnot is it's all secondary to me.
Excellent. Okay, thanks for sharing, Paul. Okay, guys, please feel free to jump in and what either your goals or your expectations or what you want to achieve. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Tony, Daniel here. I'll check in. Good evening, gentlemen. I echo Paul's thought on relaxation and being able to stay relaxed. I want to get unstuck. I'm kind of stuck right now in my career. I just hit a stagnation point, and I've been in it for a bit. So I would like to get back on a prosperity streak again, and just get re-energized and get so busy in what I'm doing. Whereas right now I got too much downtime to think about myself, and that's not good. So I guess to summarize, get unstuck. Thanks, Tony.
Okay, great. I'll be doing everything I can to help you. Also, I want everybody to feel that they're brothers or sisters, if there's any ladies on tonight, that, guys, do try and hook up with each other as tapping buddies, because that's a great way to, the more tapping you can get in, the better. That's all I can say. And often using a tapping buddy, I think Paul's done a lot of with Tammy and some other people in the other group, right?
Yeah.
I think a couple other people have done the tapping buddy thing, and that you get a lot of benefit out of that. So that may good. And of course, like I said, Daniel, I'll be there to help you, specifically, in a private session. Okay. And then, we'll just bang through it. We just top our way through the whatever sticking points. And I'm sure, you're going to benefit and you're going to get unstuck, Daniel. I'm sure we're going to do everything. All of us will do everything we can to help you. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. Anybody else want to check in? Go ahead, please.
Hey, Tony. Justin here. Want to work on just closing more. I've got a lot of people that I'm kind of tracking right now, business-wise, new contracts. Love to be able to, a lot of lawyers that I'm working with too, love to be able to reach them, actually get them on the phone and be able to close them.
Okay, good. All righty. Well, we can, maybe we can take a look at it, troubleshoot it, see if there's a issue or there's some other strategy or some other way or workaround, or see where the block is. I mean, there's a technical side, of course, but then there's also the energetic or emotional or EFT side, which we obviously can work on. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Tony. Excellent. Okay, anybody else want to check in? Goals, also expectations, etc. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Tony, it's Joel.
Hey, Joel, go ahead.
Thanks. Thanks for doing this, first of all. I do appreciate it. I guess for me, one like Paul, I think to overcome some fears. Two, I think to work on the pipeline and to figure out how to set kind of short-term and longer-term goals for the client pipeline. I think would be helpful for me personally. So thanks again.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Paul. Joel, sorry, excuse me. Okay, anybody else want to check in, say hi? Okay, all righty. Okay, well, one of the first tools I'm going to strongly recommend, and we're going to start tapping right now anyway, because you're going to get some tapping in here, is the gratitude tap. And the way we're going to use the gratitude tap, obviously, you guys have participated in the kind of generalized gratitude tap, but the gratitude tap that really helps, and it's the simplest. I mean, it's so ridiculously simple. It's make a list of all your closed sales, all your past closed sales. Excuse me, I'm kind of reaching ahead as myself. Making a list of all your closed sales, okay, and then doing a gratitude tap. So you can use past closed sales or recent past closed sales, whatever, customers that you really had a really great experience with, i.e. customers that, they were great, they paid on time, they treated you with respect, it was a breeze, you felt good, you liked them as people, and these are the people you want to repeat, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of emotion you want to bring up, all right? So that's the kind of the gratitude tap you want to start making, is a list of closed customers that you really enjoyed working with. They paid on the, no problem. They were a wonderful customer from soup to nuts, okay? Every aspect. So that would be the first exercise would be to make a gratitude tap of that nature. All right, so what we're going to do right now, and again, just as a group, you guys have all done this before. I do this every morning, and it really works for me. That's all I can say. Now, I don't have spectacular results, but I've got that steady trickle of new customers every day, onesie twosies. And what I do is every morning, all my closed past customers, I do a thank you tap on them. So why don't we all, as a group, each one of us invited to check in with at least one closed customer, okay, and then we'll all tap on it together. So who'd like to check in first, please, with a closed customer?
I will. I'm grateful for WE.
Okay, very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. Who else would like to check in with a past closed client or customer who we can tap on?
Yes, hi, Tony. Daniel here. I'd like to be thankful for DRH.
Okay, top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. Who else would like to check in and share a closed client, customer, what have you?
Hey, Tony.
Initials.
I'm grateful for AW.
Excellent. Very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank
Hey.
you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Take a deep breath. And now release. Okay. All right. Anybody else want to check in, share a closed client or customer we can tap on together?
Hey, Tony, it's Joel. I'll check in, and I'd like to tap on WV.
Okay. Very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath and release. Okay, I'll share an EW, top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Under the arm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay. So there you go. That's using the gratitude tap. Use it on closed customers. You can use past customers. What I would do is the model of your ideal customers. Whoever was really the most wonderful customers you've had. Just don't put in your problem customers. Put in the ones that were really cool. They were from soup to nuts. They were just a delight, and you'd love 200 of their clones, right? Okay. All righty. So I strongly recommend it. Make it part of your daily or regular practice, whether it's every day, every other day. Definitely you're going to get more benefit the more frequently you do it. Okay, the next way we're going to use the money thermostat. You guys are familiar with the money thermostat. Now there are two ways to do it. You can either use your gross income, okay, or you can do your sales number, whichever way you want to do it, okay? I would say just do the gross income because that's just kind of an easier way to do it, okay? And, again, when you're either tapping alone with me or with a tapping buddy, you want to use the real numbers, okay? And you want to do the 4 time levels. Last year, last month, last week, okay, and yesterday, okay? And again, whichever way whether you keep sales records or whether you're guesstimating, that's fine, okay? But again, it's, the number, the annual number, then immediately underneath twice that amount, okay? Last month, how much money you made last month, and immediately underneath that, twice that amount. Go down immediately last week, how much you made, and then underneath that, twice that amount. And go down to, yesterday, how much you made, twice that amount, okay? And even if it's a teeny-weeny amount, don't be embarrassed. Because you all got to start somewhere, right?
Hey, Tony,
Okay,
can I...
Go ahead.
Hey, Tony, it's Joel. Part of my earnings are dependent on my performance. And so I've had a little... block on this because there are some weeks where I don't make any money.
Okay. All right.
So any suggestions? Love to hear.
Well, would then just go to last month or last year, whichever makes sense to you. Obviously,
Okay.
we're going to improve that, right? Or
Right.
another way to do it would be to divide up. I mean, what do you get paid? Quarterly or monthly, or or yearly, or how do you get paid?
Well, I get a performance amount based on my performance at the end of the year, and I get a monthly based on how much money I'm managing.
Okay.
So it's just in reality, the performance could offset the amount of money I'm managing.
Okay.
But
How then would it be again? A guesstimate would be either to take your annual total and divide it up. Just divide it by 12 for monthly, 50 or 52 for weekly, and 360 whatever working. If that's the way, whatever way math, it's just to give you a number that's at least based on some reality. And the reason I'm sticking with the reality part is I have a, and this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I happen to feel that, a lot of the law of attraction seminars, they set these crazy numbers, with these unrealistic expectations that aren't glued to your personal reality, and I think I think there's a flaw in that kind of thinking, you hear these guys, by next Tuesday, I will manifest, $39 bazillion. Really? You know what I mean? On the other hand, if it's based on your own real reality and your real performance, even though I made XDX $1,000 last year, okay, I choose to make, twice, whatever. You know what I mean? That's at least grounded. Do you know what I'm saying?
right. No, I hear you. I guess the other thing is, as a startup, we honestly we lost money last year, so it's
Well, did you make any income? from any source.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I guess you're saying gross income. So yes, we had gross income. Net income was negative. Gross income was
okay.
positive.
I mean, one of my French clients who I wish she'd be on because she's a real pistol is Sonia. She's from Paris, and I mean, she had gotten ripped off and conned, and the whole ACOA stuff by an employer who totally abused her. And of course, she had been on unemployment. She was selling stuff, and she was surviving while I was working with her and getting rid of all her crap. And she landed the dream job, a multinational corporation, in London and Paris, and the whole dream job thing now. But we had to go through a lot of work, and what we did is I said, don't be embarrassed that you're on Social Security or unemployment, whatever the French equivalent is, or that you're making money at a flea market. Just add it all up. And if she made $50 at the flea market and she got a check for 200 euros, they use euros, from the unemployment, that's it. That's your income for last week, right?
Right.
And don't be ashamed. There's nothing wrong with it, but at least it's a starting point. And now she's got the dream job where she's getting paid serious money and she's happy. She's delighted, But again, it's just go with whatever reality you have, and
that's
it's okay.
Helpful.
Don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up, okay?
Great. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. All righty. All right, so now, so let's just do the, we'll do last month. But again, anybody else have any questions about using the money thermostat? We good? Okay, I'm assuming we're good. Okay, all right, so now just repeat after me. And again, when we're working as a group, we're just kind of vague, but when you're working with yourself, put whatever the real number is from whatever source your income was, okay? And it doesn't matter, and don't judge it, and don't be ashamed of it, all right? So, even though I made what I made last month.
Even though I made what I made last month.
Made last month.
I choose to make twice what I made last month this month.
I choose to make twice
what I made last month this month.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and
completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, so even though I made what I made last month.
Even though I made what I made
last month.
I set a firm intention.
I set a firm
intention.
To make twice what I made last month this month.
Make twice what I made last month.
Twice what I made last month this month.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love,
accept, and forgive myself.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I made what I made last month.
Even though I
made what I made last month.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right
now, I set a firm intention.
To make twice what I made last month this month.
Make twice what I made last month.
Twice what I made last month.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and
completely love, accept, and forgive myself.
Excellent. All right, so now I go top of the head. I choose to make twice what I made last month this month.
I choose to make twice what I made last month this month.
Okay, eyebrow. I deserve to make twice what I made last month this month.
I deserve to make twice what I made last month this month.
So I give myself permission to make twice what I made last month this month. Very good. On the I am willing to make twice what I made last month this month.
I'm willing to make twice what I made last month this month.
Okay, under the nose. It's safe for me to make twice what I made last month this month.
It's safe for me to make twice what I made last month.
I have the power to make twice what I made last month this month.
I have the power to make twice what I made last month this month.
Collarbone. I like the way I feel when I make twice what I made last month this month.
I like the way I feel when I make twice what I made last month.
Excellent. Very good. Under the arm. It's easy for me to make twice what I made last month this month.
It's easy to make twice what I made last month.
Very good. Karate chop. So even though I made what I made last month.
Even though I made what I made
last month.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Very good. To make twice what I made last month this month.
To make twice what I made last month this month.
This month.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive
myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. All right, so now we're going to do last week, okay? Like I said, Joel, if you have a slightly different metric for measuring, your income or whatever, if it's annual, then I guess you would relate more to an annual income. On the other hand, it might benefit you just to divide it up, just mathematically, okay? Like I said, some people track their weekly progress, other people track monthly. Everybody does it different. Everybody's got a different metric, okay? But whatever works for you, okay? All right, so let's go. Even though I made what I made last week.
Even though I made what I made last week.
Okay, I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent, very good. So even though I made what I made last week.
Even though I made what I made last week.
I set a firm intention to make twice what I made last week this week.
I set a firm intention to make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. So even though I made what I made last week.
Even though I made what I made last week.
I set a firm intention.
I set a firm intention.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Very good. Excellent. So even though I made what I made last week.
Even though I made what I made last week.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
Make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's go top of the head. I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
I choose to make twice what I made last week this week.
I deserve to make twice what I made last week this week.
I deserve to make twice what I made last week this week.
So I give myself permission to make twice what I made last week this week.
I give myself permission to make twice what I made last week.
Okay, I am willing to make twice what I made last week this week.
I am willing to make twice what I made last week this week.
Under the nose, it's safe for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
It's safe for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
Under the mouth, I have the power. Under the mouth, I have the power to make twice what I made last week this week.
I have the power to make twice what I made last week this week.
Collarbone. Very good. I like the way I feel when I make twice what I made last week this week.
I like the way I feel when I make twice what I made last week this week.
Okay, on the arm. It's easy for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
It's easy for me to make twice what I made last week this week.
Karate chop. So even though I made what I made last week.
Even though I made what I made last week.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
To make twice what I made last week this week.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. All right, let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, that's the money thermostat. And again, more frequently you do it, the more it's going to have an effect on that, kind of winching that up, nudging that up. Okay? All right. Now, if and when you do this work or any other work, you start to get that, what I call the shitty committee, whether you get it through in just on the course of a day or it happens when you start setting goals or whatever, my suggestion, immediately write it down. Just put it somewhere in a piece of paper or a notebook, or if you've got your EFT spiral notebook or whatever you want to call it, daily journal, whatever, write it down, because that's the stuff we need to tap on, either in group or one-on-one or with a buddy, okay? Because that's the stuff that's holding you back. Okay. And that's the stuff that needs to be worked on. And the more you do work on that area, the better things work out. And those of you, I know Paul's done a lot of work on his personal Mishigosh, and you've gotten results, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
It's a pain in the ass. It's tedious. It hurts. It sucks.
Yep.
But
Depressing.
it's not great, but that's why nobody does it. But again, that's the stuff you have to tap through in order to come out the other side, okay? And again, it's not that bad and it's not that miserable. And again, if you do it with a buddy or if you do it with me or if you do it with the group, it's a lot easier, okay? So let's go for a self-limiting or self-sabotaging belief or shitty committee. Who's got one? Who's got some? Who's got one? Let's check in. Or a family vow. Go ahead.
So I guess one of the shitty committees tells me that I'm not going to be able to close one deal per week, and I'll get fired.
Okay, so you have like a quota, and that's your quota, kind of. If I can't close one, okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and how does that feel on a scale of 0 to 10? What's the number on that?
5.
Okay, all right. Okay, excellent. I mean, thanks for sharing. I'm glad you have, good. All right, who else has got one?
I got one, Tony, that I'm not going to meet the right people. I mean, I meet people, and, we have some kind of success, limited success, but I'm not going to meet the right people to achieve breakthrough success. Okay. And the feeling level is about an 8.
Okay. All right. Now, if you guys got feel it in your body, any body feelings?
Yeah, chest.
Okay. Justin, where was it?
Shoulders and neck.
Okay, good. Excellent. All right. Anybody else got a shitty committee or a self-sabotaging belief or, family vow, family curse?
The list goes on.
By the way, I'm drinking my Lyme disease cure because I had a kind of a flare-up with the wacky weather we've been having up and around Kingston, all this weird tornado weather. I always get it when there's a weird thing. So it's vitamin C and rock salt. Yuck. It tastes like you-know-what. Anyway. Okay, anybody else? We good? Joel, how about you?
Yeah, I got plenty. Don't know where to start.
Well, just pick one. Pick one. That's what I mean. Make a list. That's why I want you guys making lists, because what we're going to do is you're going to benchmark your progress. You just keep banging away at, say you got number 1, and you just keep banging away till finally you wake up one morning and say, hey, I don't feel that way anymore,
Yeah, I guess
you know what I mean?
one is, Tony, just, from childhood, just not being good enough for the parents. And even when I decided to start the company, got a lot of, are you sure you want to do this? You sure you don't want to have a safe, secure, company that you're working for, you're taking a lot of risk here, so there's that. That's always kind of around. And Paul knows this, just my most difficult, or one of the most difficult things I have is just trusting my intuition. And it's just, it's in bright lights every time I don't trust my intuition, things don't work out. So, differentiating between the fear versus intuition is my biggest challenge.
Okay. I would break, you just shared a lot, okay? That's a lot of tapping, but you're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm here.
Okay, that's cool. Not to put, I'm just saying, but that was a lot of good material. That's a lot of tapping there. I would just break it up, again, make these lists, because this is the way you keep track and benchmark your progress, And again, that's you get an incredible sense of accomplishment where you have this kind of family vow, even though my family says that I'm not good enough and I'll screw up everything I ever touch, even though my father said that I was a loser, and I feel it in my chest every time I do a deal, blah, 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 right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you wake up one morning and that's gone. Do you know how good that feels?
Yeah, I'm sure.
you know, and then you put a big check mark, and then you go next. Okay.
Right.
All right. So that's why this week we do this work. It's a royal pain in the ass, but when you get rid of it, this crap, you feel about 93,000 pounds lighter. You know.
And I feel it. I feel it, Tony, in my gut. You know, it's my deepest sensory area is I know when I have tightness there. You know, there's something amiss.
Okay. Okay, cool. All righty, so everybody's going. Paul, you want to pull one out of the box?
Yeah.
Out of your collection?
I'm going to pull one off the list. I think the one that I deal with that's been coming up is FOF, fear of failure. Fear of and there's shame wrapped around that. Well, what happens if I fail? I'm going to look like a real loser, and there's a lot of shame that comes up with that. So it's that hovers. I've been doing a lot of work on that one, but I would always love suggestions from you and everybody else, and that's the bottom line is fear of failure.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so let's all, we're gonna do the one size fits all. Okay, so even though I just rub your sore spot or tap on your karate chop, okay, and just repeat after me, but fill in the blanks so it makes sense for you. Okay, even though I have this self-sabotaging, self-limiting belief that, go ahead.
Even though I have this
self-sabotaging
fear of failure.
Okay.
I'll never. Not good enough. Oh, this isn't good enough.
Okay, and I feel it in my...
And I feel it in my solar plexus.
Okay, and my number is...
My number is 7.
Okay. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent, very good. So even though I have this self-sabotaging, self-limiting belief that...
Even though I have this self-sabotaging belief that I'm never valuable.
Okay, and I feel it in my...
I feel it in my solar plexus.
Okay. Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention.
To heal, release, and let go.
To heal, release, and let go.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that. I don't meet the right people. Fear of failure.
Because it's not true.
Because it's not true.
They lied.
They lied.
They're fired.
They're fired.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. So now let's go to the top of the head. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that I am afraid of failing.
Okay. Very good. Eyebrow. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my. Go ahead.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that I'm afraid of failing in my solar plexus.
Okay. Very good. Side of the eye. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that I'm afraid of failing in my solar plexus.
Okay, very good. Under the eye. All self-sabotaging, self-limiting belief that in my...
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that I'm afraid of failing.
Okay, under the nose. Plexus. Okay, very good. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that I'll never meet the right people.
Okay, under the mouth. Under the mouth. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
All self-limiting and sabotaging belief that I'll never meet the right people in my solar plexus.
Collarbone. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
All self-limiting and sabotaging belief that I'll never meet the right people. I'm afraid of failing.
Okay, under the arm. All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
All self-sabotaging belief that I'm afraid to fail and in my solar plexus.
Very good. Karate chop. So even though I have self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
Even though I have self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief, afraid of fail, and the sensation in my solar plexus.
I choose to heal, release, and let go.
I choose to heal, release, and let go.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my...
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging beliefs that I'm going to fail, and a shame of my solar plexus.
Okay. Okay, I choose to heal, release, and let go.
I choose to heal, release, and let go.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my.
All self-limiting, self-sabotaging beliefs that I'm going to fail, and a shame of my solar plexus.
Okay, and I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself.
Okay, top of the head. Letting go of all self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my.
Letting go of all self-limiting, self-sabotaging that I'm going to fail. Sensation in my solar plexus.
Okay, very good. Eyebrow, letting go.
Letting go.
Side of the eye, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the eye, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the nose, letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go.
Under the mouth, letting go.
Letting go.
Collarbone, letting go.
Letting go.
Under the arm, letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go.
Karate chop, letting go of all self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief that in my.
Letting go of all self-limiting, self-sabotaging belief
not good enough. I'm taking too much risk, but I feel in my gut.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply
and completely love, accept, and forgive myself.
Very good. Excellent. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay? Okay, that's excellent work. Again, some of you guys already know this. Some of these beliefs we got them when we were really young. Some of this stuff is almost pre-verbal. You know what I mean? We've been carrying a lot of this crap, from our families or school or, religious thing, whatever, social, whatever. So it's not, it's going to take persistence to really tap this crap down sometimes, okay? Some of it may go away quickly. Other times you just kind of have to persist. But what happens if you persist, okay, you're going to wake up one morning. It's just gone. You don't feel like that about yourself anymore. It's amazing. Like I said, Gary used to say, persistence, frequency, and repetition, secret to EFT, okay? All right, so that's again part of our routine. This is all routine. These are all habits. You know what I mean? And the idea is I'm providing you guys with structure for healing, creative, positive habits. Okay, that's what this is all about. All righty, so now let's get into some goal setting. Okay, we're going to get into some deeper stuff, but since this is the first night, I'm just going to give a rough structure, okay? So the thing we're going to get into now is, and this is kind of goal setting and actions for the next week, okay? And this is kind of the accountability thing. Again, I don't want this to become a shaming or Spanish Inquisition type thing, but I do, it may benefit some of you guys to have an opportunity to set goals, to declare them, and then if feelings come up, if stuff comes up, okay, we can tap on them together, or you can tap on it with a tapping buddy. Do you know what I mean? So if you've got a client or a series of calls or cold calls or something you've got to make this week, and you're going to set a goal like I'm going to make so many calls a day, that's one of your actions, okay? Or I'm going to call Mr. XYZ or Mr. ABC or whoever, you want to declare those kind of actions. This is the place to do it, okay? Or any other actions you need to take to propel you on your abundance, okay? How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay? And you may want to write them down and date them, okay, as well, so that when you've accomplished those goals, you can check on it, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a positive movie about these goals, okay? So that's what we're going to do afterwards. So if you guys want to check in and declare some goals, this is the time to do it, okay? So anybody want to check in, declare some goals, make some commitments? Again, my suggestion, don't climb Mount Everest. Make them simple, small, and accountable. Build up small victories, okay? Who wants to check in? Go ahead, please. Actions for next week.
I'll check in, Tony.
Go ahead.
For my work during the day, I am going to set a goal. The result that I want to accomplish is 7 appointments, qualified appointments, And the actions that I'm going to take is do 100 dials a day, which will add up to 500 dials for the week. I'm at about 300 right now, so another 200 should be a cakewalk for me. So
Beautiful.
7 appointments, 500 dials.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, and that's achievable for you. You're not okay. Good, beautiful.
That's what they pay me for. That's a must do.
Okay, good. Then do it. Let's do it. That's what they're paying you for. You got to do it. Hey, and you make money doing it. So what's the beef? Excellent. Exactly. Okay. Anybody else want to check in? Any kind of actions, commitments, anything taking you on where you want to go, goals, what have you?
I'll check in, Tony. Daniel here. With myself, I'd like to set. I'm going to say 10 appointments over the next week with people. These are essentially one-to-one type appointments, and there could be good things that could lead from there, or at least next steps that can lead from there. So 10
Awesome.
appointments on tap for this week.
Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, excellent. Thanks for sharing, and we're going to support you in that. See, the whole deal is we all support each other. So again, it's the buddy system. So, guys, if you want to be tapping buddy, tap with each other about this, that's fine. Okay, go ahead. Who's next? Anybody else? You don't have to. It's not this man. Go ahead.
Hey, Tony, Justin here. Goals for me, I've got basically my territory for my sales is the whole East Coast. I've got to basically have 2 lawyers buying leads from me in every state on the East Coast by October 1st.
Okay.
I need about 5 states as of now to reach that goal.
Okay.
That's what I want to.
You're kind of fading out there, Justin. Hello?
Oh,
Justin?
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit. Yeah, you were fading in and out. Go ahead. You were talking about the overall goal. Do you want to break it down into kind of weekly goals, something small, stuff that's small, like what are you going to do this week kind of thing? Because, when you make that big monster goal, that looks like a friggin' behemoth. But what can you, if you break it down to what the actions you're going to take either tomorrow or the week, it's a little more bite-sized. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Yeah, I just need to close 1 account this week.
Okay. And what kind of actions is that going to take you? You said 100 calls a day? Is that what you said?
Yep. I'm going to make about, I'd say at least 400 calls this week to get to that.
Okay, good. Excellent. All right. Anybody else want to check in with a goal and a series of actions?
I'll check, Tony.
Go ahead.
It's Joel. That's a busy week for non-sales related things, so I'm going to say to make 5 calls and 5 follow-ups with potential investors. 5 calls with people I haven't reached out to, and 5 reaching out to people I have before.
Right. Excellent. Everybody's got a different kind of business cycle. So with your business, you don't call 700 people, but you call who you have to call. You still have to call them, right?
Still have to call them, and they're big chunks of money. So if you can get 1 or 2, it's a big deal.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Very good. You guys are doing great, by the way. This is awesome. All right. And again, so what we're going to do right now is just going to use the movie technique, the positive movie technique, okay? And just I want you guys to rub your sore spot or tap on your karate chop, okay? Just imagining yourself taking these actions, okay? Just picture yourself, run that movie of you taking these actions, making your calls or making your list, whatever you're doing, closing, closing for whatever, being successful and doing it in a way that's pleasurable, fun, empowered, feeling good about yourself, and with a completely positive outcome. Okay, so run that movie, and when you're done, say stop.
Stop.
Okay, very
Stop.
good. Excellent.
Stop.
Okay, very good. All right, good. All right, so just repeat after me. Even though I have this success and abundance movie,
Even though I have abundance movie,
I choose to allow the universe
I choose to allow the universe
to manifest this movie in my life
to manifest this movie in my life
in the best possible way and for the greatest good.
the best possible way and for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, give myself anyway.
Excellent. So even though I have this abundance and success movie,
Even though I have this abundance and success movie,
today, right now, I set a firm intention
today, right now, I set a firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life
allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life
in the best possible way and for the greatest good.
best possible way for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
I align myself with the universe so that this can come to pass.
Okay? And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I have this abundance and success movie,
Even though I have this abundance and success movie,
today, right now, I set a firm intention
today, right now, firm intention
to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life
allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life
in the best possible way and for the greatest good.
best possible way for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. Let's go top of the head. I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I choose to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Eyebrow. I deserve to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Deserve it as the universe manifest this movie.
Okay, very good. Side of the eye. I give myself permission to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I give myself permission to manifest this movie in my life.
Very good. Under the eye. I am willing to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I'm willing to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Under the nose. It's safe for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
It's safe for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
On the mouth. I have the power to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I have the power to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Collarbone. I like the way it feels when I allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
I like the way it feels for the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Okay, on the arm. It's easy for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
It's easy for me to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
Karate chop. So even though I had this abundance and success movie,
Even though I have this abundance and success movie,
today, right now, I set a firm intention to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life
today, right now, I have a firm intention to allow the universe to manifest this movie in my life.
in the best possible way and for the greatest good.
The best possible way for the greatest good.
And I align myself with the universe so this can come to pass.
And I align myself with the universe so that this can come to pass.
And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Okay, very good. Now take a deep breath. And now release. Okay. And now I want you to rub your sore spot and run that movie one more time. When you're done, say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Okay.
Stop.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Well, guys, it's I think we've done a great little hour's work here. I think you guys have been awesome. You're going to get more information and more material. We got all kinds of exciting things we're going to start pulling out of the Skunk Works. And obviously the bottom line is you guys are going to start seeing more income, more success, more clients, feeling better about success, and overcoming all these kind of gotchas and things. So there you go, guys. Now, do I have your mutual permissions to put your names and your phone numbers for tapping buddies?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'll be sending an email with everybody's phone number, and then, like I said, also we'll be setting up a schedule for, your private sessions. And there you go, guys. It's a wrap. I love you all. Thank you so much. You guys get something out of it? You guys got something out of it tonight?
Absolutely, man.
Yes.
Awesome.
I want to make calls right now. Start making calls now, Tony.
Awesome. I love you all, guys. See you around the campus. Love you. God bless.
Have a good one, man.
Thanks, Tony. Bye.